Hey y'all, we back at it again and again and again. It's season 2 of Pass the Wine, Please.
We back. I know you missed us. Just say it.
Mama, we made it.
But no, as you can see, we have visuals for y'all. We got a lot of new stuff.
Anyway, right? They took shots before, you know me. I'm not ready for that. But yeah, are we just gonna jump right into it? We got new improvements. We are double whammying it this season.
Double mint.
Yeah, so yeah, because we realized we had to compare and contrast. Like, what are you talking about? This is real life lessons. Hello. But yeah, what we drinking, baby girl? Get your phone
together.
together.
Near you. What we drinking, baby girl?
I can't see that one.
Oh my god. Okay, so this one is Vineyard Reserve Samuel Robert Winery 2021 vintage
Pinot Noir rosé.
I say stuff wrong all the time. So,
and this one is a Amity Vineyards 2021 White Pinot Noir.
So we trying two
Pinot Noirs. Yes.
What is it?
Pinot Noir. I'm pretty sure I'm saying
Pinot Noir.
Please don't go to France. Ever. Okay.
If I ever go to France, I'm saying oui.
Okay, wait.
All day.
So which one? Which one?
I want to try the white one first.
This is the white one.
Yes.
Okay, let me get my little.
It smells like it might be a little sweet.
It smells a little.
I don't think I
or
like
it smells sweet and bitter. It's so weird.
Oh.
It's not bad.
I like it. It's definitely.
I don't hate
it. First initial taste is giving like bitter and dry, but I taste.
Savory. I say savory.
I mean, it's weird because I'm a sweet wine person, but this is not bad. This is a mint.
It definitely has like lemon or citrus in it or something. I mean,
I kind of think it tastes like your regular
white wine.
Yeah,
it's like I mean, I feel like you would eat this with some pasta or some shellfish.
No, we forgot the percentage.
Both of them are like 12 or 14.
This is 13%. Wait, y'all, we didn't tell them our name or nothing. Like, if you're new, I'm Mia.
I'm Sierra.
I'm Sydney. We completely forgot. We
oh
just.
My God. Y'all, now the fans, you know, we was audio first, so y'all that don't know.
Right.
So we just assume, but.
And it's been a long time coming. Like, preparing for this day has just.
Woo, it took a long time.
Whew.
I like how this one smells
long time.
I like how this one smells more than the first.
Dude.
But
this one smells really good. Like, it's giving floral, really like, yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. This is something I drink by myself.
Oh, yeah, I love this one.
I like this one, too.
It's sweet. It's
definitely sweet.
I like this one, too.
It's very light.
Yeah.
I say light.
I'm definitely putting this one in my cup.
It's smooth.
Yeah, that one.
I can't really get, like, the flavor notes yet, but.
Yeah, me either.
What is
check back again.
Yeah.
But no, that's not bad though. What was the percentage? This must be a little font.
Oh, this is 13% too.
Okay, so 13 and 14.
I was looking for the
that's the one I want.
Yeah, I'm pouring it in mine.
So it's been up, gang. We haven't been together too.
Oh my gosh.
Like a year.
Life has been.
Life.
No, literally. And I think the craziest thing for me is, like, time has gone by so fast. It has not felt like a year. Like, it really hasn't. And one of the things that my dad said to me was like, when you turn 25, it goes by like that. And I was like, you're just saying that because you're old. But no.
If you're looking at this.
but it really does go by completely fast. And it felt like 6 months for me. But I think it felt like that because the last few months we just been
going.
Yeah. Going.
I agree.
Yeah, time definitely does fly. I mean, I have been mentally just everywhere, physically everywhere, and I don't know, it surpasses so fast, and once you finally are able to sit down and realize like what is going on around you, it's like, hold the fuck up, damn, shit.
Right.
Okay.
I think I was telling you it had to be around November or December. I was like, and I was going through something around that time. So, mentally I was already like, oh, but I had listened to the last podcast episode and I was conflicted between being sad and mad because I was like, am I where I thought I was going to be, or did I even do what I said I was going to do? Or is it one of those things? Like, I feel like last year for me was, you going to keep learning the same lessons if you don't change.
Yeah.
And baby, I had to flip that switch because,
I didn't listen, but I just know.
I think that 2022 just, honestly, it don't even seem like it happened, if that makes sense. Like, it went by.
No,
so
we're in
quick.
2022.
Oh,
That's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like, so when we recorded our last episode, it was like New Year's time for 2022, New Year.
Yeah.
So I feel like the year literally was like, I feel like a lot of things I thought I wanted to do, before I knew it, like, the time was like, dang, I thought I was going to do this, and we already 3 months in.
Yeah, or shit, it's damn near the new year now.
Yeah, it's like, so I think, I'm ready to really put the
pedal to the metal.
Because I think 2032 was just like a little trial and error.
Yeah. 2022 was really full of lessons.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can't be mad at it at the end of the day.
It's like, huh? Lord, for real? Be for real. Be fucking for real. Like,
no, the amount of times y'all called me while I was at work, and it was to the point where I was like literally, what do you mean this just happened? Like, what do you mean? I'm like, oh, so yeah. That would literally mouth wide open. Was
I agree.
Like,
you had a lot of moments.
Look, me? To me? You gonna do that to me?
Thank God, it's 2023, New Year.
Right.
We podcast vibes,
Knew everything.
We had to come. We didn't even have to come with anything. We had to give y'all what y'all wanted.
Yes, literally.
Do you know how many people after every episode, when y'all gonna put it on YouTube? Like, it's something about the males and YouTube. Like, they was always like, when y'all gonna put it on YouTube?
They know we pretty. They got it from the face. They know we pretty, so they want to see our face.
Girl, I
guess. I get it. So going into the new year, or like looking back, what would y'all say like is the biggest thing you learned about yourselves individually?
That's a good one. I think for me, it was one of those things where, like I said, the lessons thing, you're going to keep repeating the lessons if you don't, I guess I should start right here. My intuition scares me a lot. Like, it's to the point where I won't speak about something if I dreamt about it, or like I'll get this feeling. I don't want to sound crazy. It don't be a voice in my head, but it just be like I get a random inkling to to be cautious, or to just the answer be right in front of me. And that's what I realized last year. Like, I have to trust my intuition more, or it's one of those things where it's like you can't be mad at what unfolded in front of you if you ignored it in the first place, or like if you just didn't trust your gut. So I think that was my biggest lesson overall, like learning to trust my intuition no matter how it scares me, because I might be a little psychic or something. I don't know.
It's a little too far.
No, I'm not. Like, when I say like I be dreaming stuff and it happens, like before I got my job, I literally had a dream about me being in my job, and when I got there I was looking around like, why is this so familiar?
Sounds like deja vu, but I don't know.
That's what exactly.
Let me see. For me, I learned that I have a tendency to take on a lot of other people's emotions and problems, which causes havoc in my head and like for my life. Not to say that like I can care about the way other people are feeling and stuff like that, but I can't make it my problem too.
Not your burden to carry.
Yeah, when I have stuff going on myself or what have you. But so going into the new year, like that's one of the things I'm trying to. I'm not saying like I realize that and now I don't do it. Like, it's a learning process. It's hard because it's like I was so accustomed to it and I was already doing it for so long, subconsciously not even realizing that I was doing it, or realizing how it was affecting me. So
You carry a bag, a lady. You
I
gon'
done
hurt your
my
back.
I think the biggest thing for me goes back to when I'm saying that times fly. Like, as much as people say, like, we're young, we got time. Yes, but no. Mm-hmm. Like, time literally flies. And I feel like so much last year, I kept saying, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it next week. I'm going to do it. Like, and tomorrow becomes next month become next year, and before you know it, it's just not getting done. So I think that's my biggest thing, that I really need to stick with. I need to stop being lazy. There it is. Like, I need to just stick with what I'm. Right. Yeah, I just need to stick with it, because literally things that I said I was going to do back in, like, the summertime. It's like, damn, we about to be in the summertime again. And you didn't even do what you said. Beat, like I said, the older you get, well, like my daddy said, the older you get, the more time flies. That's actually like, all the people be like, we're young, live. Yes, I get it. But for certain things, I ain't got time for it.
To be quite honest, I'm tired of hearing that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I am now 26. No, I don't have time.
You are 26.
Yes.
No, but why? I was inebriated one night, and I came into my room, and I just stood there. I saw a post. It was like, why are we, if we're in the belly for 9 months, why would we come out, blah, blah, blah. And I was turned, so I'm like.
Age 0 or something?
Yeah. So I'm in my room like, I'm like, I'm about to be 27, but am I really about to be 28? Like, what is going on?
Technically, when we come out, we 9 months. Some people 8, some people 10, whatever. So I get what you're saying.
And it doesn't scare me, but it may, like.
I don't even want to think about that. It's already too much to think about.
I used to think 30 was old, but as I approach, as I get closer.
I wouldn't say I consider it old. I just think that it's like a different level of life. Like, I felt like when I turned 25, it was like, ooh, I unlocked different, like, things that you never thought, like going on trips, you could do, like, certain things you gotta be 25 to do. So, but now reaching 30, I'm like, that's an adult. Like, you gotta double that. Like,
but I feel like that comes with a lot of standards with society. Like, at a certain age, you're expected to be at a certain point in your life. But, like, when I was 25, shit.
Girl, that was
I'm about to say me.
I didn't say 25. When I was, like, I don't know, 20, and I thought 25, like, I thought I was going to be done.
I was going to be married, and I'm telling you, if I would have married the last,
and I'm 27. So,
and my life would be miserable right now if I was married. I can tell you that much, based off the people that I've,
A lot of expectations. That's another thing. I put too many expectations on people last year, and I'm not doing that no more.
I realized last year that. I don't want to get into last year too deep, but for me, it was one of those things where I realized people need to take me off of a pedestal when they themselves aren't putting themselves on a pedestal. Like, don't expect me to do more or be better than you are. Like, why are you okay with doing the bare minimum, but you expect more out of me? Right. Like, it's not fair. It puts.
Let the church.
Yeah, like Mia said, it makes me carry unnecessary bags that aren't mine.
Yeah, that's crazy of them, whoever that was. And if you need me to pull up on them, I'll be on.
Oh my God, hey, look, this crazy lady.
Here she go.
Here I go. Oh no.
They said you grow out of that when you get older.
Out of what?
Like you be ready to fight.
I don't know. Y'all know my mother.
I don't think that. Maybe them.
We don't play.
I'm not
maybe them.
I'm not. I'm going to go hard for my kids. I'm going to go hard about y'all. I'm going to go harder with my family till the day I fucking die.
I think that
it's different.
Okay, I think at this age, I think the, like, ready to go is, like, okay. I guess it's like you're younger. I do think when you're older, it is more like.
Right, I don't want to fight.
But. She be trying to go, y'all. Let me give him. Age ain't gonna be nothing for me.
That's I'm not even gonna say it's another time for another episode.
For what?
But the amount of concerts we went to last year that Mia.
That was one concert.
2. Jasmine Sullivan and Kehlani.
Oh.
Yes, but we gonna leave that.
We gonna leave it alone.
We gonna leave that right there.
We gonna leave that right there.
But I do have a question since we was talking about being in our 20s and all that. I'm gonna make y'all real quick.
Can't make me.
If you had to like compare the type of men you dated I guess throughout, I'm 26, 25, 27. Like, what's the difference in...
She's 26, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to... Well, I'm sorry.
I wouldn't even listen.
We the same age for a few months. But, like, if you had to compare, like, what... Like, is there anything you want to do different as you approach these later years versus...
Hell yeah. Okay, so it's weird. For me, I feel like in high school and even early on in college, to your point, I was set on like 23, 24. I needed my man, get married, had my first kid at least by 26, the latest. But then I feel like as I got older, those younger, like the early 20s, all I wanted to do was have fun. Have fun. And the people that I was dating, I feel like it wasn't, I'm not going to say I wasn't looking for certain things out of them, but certain things didn't really like turn me off per se.
It's like we was going for anything.
Yeah, I'm not going for anything, but it's like certain things did not turn me off. Like, it's like, okay, it's work wittable. Like, you know, that's not where I be picking up. It's work wittable. Like, okay, but I feel like the older I get, those things is like, red flag. Or you do this, red flag. Or you, like... It's just like we too old for this. Like it was cute at 22.
Yeah.
We 28. I'm 28. It ain't cute no
like,
more. Like
why don't you have priorities?
Yeah. Why don't you have a credit card? Like why don't you have a debit card? Like
oh yeah, no.
Cash?
That one I do not fully understand. I don't like carrying cash. I feel like every time I carry cash, I'm counting it every day, make sure I got the same amount.
I feel like younger me, like, okay, whatever, he just carry cash. But today I'm like, you don't got a debit card?
That don't make no sense.
Red flag. Cause like, what?
Yeah,
so I feel like little things just bother me now.
Yeah, I gotta see where your mind is at. And I mean that, like, I feel like we touched on this kind of last season, but we really, like, you have to have those tough conversations. Like, if we can't sit on the phone for hours and, like, have conversation that flows to the point where we're not just sitting there, what's your favorite TV show? Where do you like to eat? You know, like...
all these generic ass
like...
where you can find out if you link.
Yeah, like, who are you? Like, why are you single? You know, why do you think your last relationships failed? Are you abusive? Have you ever been abusive? Are you an alcoholic?
Do you have a criminal record?
How many washcloths do you use? That is a question I have asked since high school.
How often
okay.
do you change your sheets?
Oh my God!
Did y'all see that? They said not unless they mama tell them or. That question, when I saw it, I had so many questions because it's like, you weren't raised like that.
But
I don't care who raised you. You could have been adopted. You like no, for real.
But that goes too. But again, I feel like I've always thought like change your sheets. But I feel like when I was younger, it was just like change your sheets. But today it's like you don't change your sheets.
Right.
Like,
that's a little weird of you. A little dirty of you.
Like you're getting grown. Like this should be.
Yeah.
Nobody should have to tell you to do anything.
I feel like with stuff like that, if I'm in a setting where, like if I come over, stay a couple days, and I'm noticed, that's like the point where I have to notice like how you're living, why are you laughing?
Oh no, I'm laughing because I just thought about, I'm definitely like,
because something threw me off with this person I was talking to, and I was like, hold on, like stuff like that really makes me rethink. Do I want to go any further with you? Like.
What did you see?
Yeah, I don't want to say. I think it's a thing that most people do, but it threw me off.
What was it? I'm scared.
Yeah, I gotta know because
I've heard some things.
No, I've heard some
about males and females in their living quarters.
But I gotta know what, because some things I'd be like, oh, I ain't gonna judge you. You know, you ain't know I was coming, so you might be a little okay. But some things is like, this is how you live on the regular. Like,
okay, well, took a shower together and wiped the ass. Then just kept washing the rest of the body.
Hold on. I need a demonstration.
Okay,
I need a demonstration.
Wait, that is a clear visual.
So hold on. So they was like,
this. Wait,
and then wiped it all
I'm
over.
gonna lie to you.
Didn't even wring it out. Like try to get some of the butt
I don't
out.
like, and this is why I asked how many washcloths you use. I don't use the same,
no,
and I'm not judging you if
face,
you do.
To wash my body.
So
I don't use the same washcloth to wash my. Like I exfoliate with an exfoliating towel, and then I,
it's
me too. I have something for down here.
Wipe my booty.
And then I have like what is the little
The
Neck.
fluffy
The
things.
little, yes, them little.
Loofah?
I got that for my
Yeah.
body. Like I don't even use. I use that all over.
Y'all, it was just like, I have to get out the shower now.
But see, you better than me because we could be in the shower.
But I didn't just sit there and notice it. Like I said, did you really just do that shit?
But I don't. This is probably
You said
not
it in the
how I
shower?
do.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
We weren't
Oh,
having
wow.
sex or anything, but it was just like.
Oh, so y'all were just showering.
Yeah.
Okay, see, maybe that's my problem. I don't want to shower.
Yeah,
I don't even want to
I
see a
don't
man
mind.
clean their ass.
I think shower sex is overrated, one.
Me too.
Yeah.
And
My hair
don't,
first of
like,
all.
my shower time is like my shower. Like Sierra was like, Sydney, that's why your hair be sweating out all the time. I be in there having the time of my life, like
Yeah.
clapping,
But see, and
It depends
crying,
on my mood, but
and for a
screaming.
man, I don't like shower sex, but if we get in the shower together, it's to have sex. I do not want to be in the shower with you to see you wash your ass.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
no.
want to see you. I want you to see
I've
you
done it
wash my
before
ass.
because it was a type of thing where like, okay, we were at a resort, we wanted to hurry up and wash, change, go back out. But I'm not, because first of all, you are going to complain about the temperature of my water and you don't have to be in
Yeah.
here.
Facts.
Like, get
That's
your
a
ass out.
fact.
Yeah,
But
like
was,
that's number
of
one
the-
right there.
That was one of the little things. As far as like who I dated back then. First of all, I feel like high school, I didn't date. I dated one guy.
That don't
And
count.
it doesn't count. But I'm just saying, as far as like, oh shit, I was like, how old was I in high school? Like fucking 15.
Not how old was
16,
I in high
17?
school.
My mind has completely changed.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
is just ridiculous. Not ridiculous, but ridiculous in a good way that it's just like I would never go for the shit that I went for when I was that age versus now. Like, I'm going to ask you these questions because we have to have these questions, especially if I see myself wanting to be in a relationship with you. I'm sorry. Like you said, we have to have those tough conversations because if not, then how am I supposed to know if I even fuck with you?
Right.
That was a good question.
I tried to flip my hair and I couldn't.
But I think a lot of stuff just is like, to me, it just be like common sense now. Like, we're getting older. Like, come on now. Y'all got to grow up.
Yeah.
And I feel like women, we naturally kind of just grow up. I feel like men, someone has to literally tell them, grow up.
I think a lot of the like you said about men versus women, I don't know because I'm not a man. You know what? I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I just don't. Not on the first episode. Not right now.
Again, I'm trying to save
Not
that. Trying to
today.
be innocent
Not today.
I just feel like it's a
innocent.
lot of stuff that we should have been warned about before the age of 20.
Okay. Ooh, I have a, okay.
What
no,
did,
I'm
like-
glad you said that. What is something in your 20s that you wish somebody would have told you? Like, what's something from any part of your 20s? What is something that you learned in your 20s that you wish someone would have told you pre-20? When I say 20s, really, let's go mid, because beginning 20s is really lying.
So you saying mid-20s? What I wish somebody
Would have told you.
Let me
to
get
slow
Or
down.
something that you wish you would have learned about, like, in your 20s. Like,
I think to slow down and like, it's something that I kind of learned to do before I was 20, but I think it's helped me a lot. I can't sit there and say that well, at least I don't feel like I really compare my life situation to anybody else's, because it's one thing that I understand. It's like my path is my path. And I think that's something that a lot of people in their 20s may need to realize. It's like you don't feel inadequate or you feel behind because you don't have the Porsche yet, or you don't have
the house.
Yeah, the house.
Husband, the wife.
Yeah, the wife.
Money.
I mean, a few of my friends are engaged, but I don't feel behind because that's their path, you know? So I think it's just one of those things where it's easier said than done, but you really do have to focus on what you want going for your life. And social media is not real. Like, social media is not real.
Y'all need
Step
to write that
outside.
down.
Yeah, step outside that phone and really just focus on you. And I promise you, like, you will get there. But outside of that, I think it's really like live your life. Like, live your life to the point where you don't get caught up in, having everything else everybody else has. I think it's just live your life. Like, it doesn't have to be as stressful as we make it seem.
Or as lavish as y'all try. Like, it's okay. Like,
Yeah, like,
it's okay.
are we all, is the starting salary for all these jobs $80,000
Like,
or
so everybody just making 6 figures today?
are we on DH Gates?
That part.
I think mine would be.
We gonna have to touch back on the wine, but go ahead.
I don't know. They probably saw it. Y'all
yeah,
but I smelled it. I was like, hold on, it don't smell like it smelled in there. But anyway, I think mine would be prepare for a transition or transitions, because it can be more than one, and I feel like that comes with a lot. Like it's more than one. Like with family and like addressing traumas, friendships, making friendships and relationships, job, career, like it's a lot, like trying to figure all I don't know what the hell that was.
Right.
But anyway, trying to figure all that out, and like it could happen to you like at age 21, and then it won't happen again until 25.
Yeah.
But it could also happen at age 21, and then 22, and then 23. Like, it's just, like, you don't know when it's going to happen, and you can't ever really be prepared for it. But someone telling you that it's going to happen could be a little helpful.
Yeah. I think, like, that 20s time period, at least I'll say for me, I've gone through some of the most traumatic things that, you know, and it's, when I'm sitting down talking to people, they're like, oh, you know, it's going to prepare. Sometimes you don't want to hear that shit. You know, like, it's going to prepare you for life. You have, you know, this just means that you have, you know, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Okay, like, when is the good going to come? But I really think, like you said, the 20s is that time to transition and get knocked down and stand back up. Like, last year stripped me fucking naked. Like, and I had to, you know, get back up. So, like you said, it's learning how to prepare for what's to come.
Finding your footing, too. Like, it's just, like, where am I supposed to fit in this? Do I step left? Do I step right? Do I do a backflip and then do a cartwheel? Like, what is going on here?
You better than me, because I don't want to fit in.
You don't have to necessarily fit in, but I'm just find
like,
where you
belong.
Like, where you make sense in
your
the
tribe, your community. Yeah.
I think for me, I wish someone would have, like, I feel like, and I was a finance major in college, but I feel like they did a terrible idea with just, like, when it comes to everything, credit, 401k, like, just everything, like, for your life. I feel like people did a terrible job telling us about that. I feel like a lot of times we go on to jobs, and that's how we learn about some of these things. But I feel like we should kind of know these things before. Yeah. Maybe they think it's up to us, but I think that's something that should be.
It should be taught, because.
And I think that should be one whole class. Like, it needs to be like call it life. I don't even know. Like
life 101 class.
Because I feel
you need to go to 500. Life 500.
It goes like deeper. It goes into like that. You could really do that, and throughout the whole semester, you could talk about credit. You could talk about 401k. You could talk about how to buy a house. You could talk about everything. I feel like
generational wealth,
about credit cards, about interest rates, about it's so many things that people just don't know.
I was in an interview and somebody said that they are a part of a program at a school where they go to the school and teach them stuff like that. And I'm like, I wish they had stuff like that when I was in school, because I had a point where, you know, I got a new job and I transitioned over, and I still don't know 100% if I transferred over my 401k, pension, 40. I'm thinking they all the same thing. And it's like, when you go and talk to these people, they be rude, bro.
Yeah.
They be rude and nasty. I'm 26. I don't know.
A lot of people, to your point, don't know that sometimes when you switch jobs, unless the two companies are using the same bank, it's going to stay with that company until you physically call and transfer it over.
And if you want to take it out and then transfer it over, you get taxed.
Free game from the I was going to say the fiance. This shit is really fucking
like you get taxed. So I'm like,
all that's taking the taxes, like everything. I just feel like so much. We're stuck having to do trial and error.
Mm-hmm. And it fucks us up.
And I understand it on certain levels where you got to learn for yourself. But in those cases, it's like that could fuck us up forever. Like, you fuck with your credit, it's going to take you a minute to get back. So that's my one thing. But my other thing probably would be that it's okay to not grow up so fast. I feel like me, for sure, out of probably a lot of my friends, I moved out straight out of college. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it worked for me because the job I took was out of town. Okay, great. But I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times I look back and be like, I had a situation where I could have stayed home. Like, you know, I didn't have to leave. Like, they wasn't forcing me out the door. So I think a lot of times people think like, as an adult, it's time for you to get your own apartment, get your own everything. And that's not really the case. Not to make it like a black and white thing, but a white person, like if they would tell them, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do, their parents would be like, okay, cool, stay here, figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of black men be like, you gotta figure it out or you're gone. Yeah. And it's like it forced people to go out in their 20s and start struggling.
Or sometimes
out there,
I think, don't know what the hell is going on. Don't know how to.
Yeah, I think black people in general have to grow up faster,
or we definitely have to grow up faster.
In terms of family dynamic, if we don't know where we want to go in trajectory of our career, if you don't have it figured out in 6 months, it's like, oh, you got to get out, and you know. I don't know because I'm not a part of the other race, but it's one of those things where you see where they get the freedom to explore more.
Right. It was a video on Instagram.
We're already connected. I'm sorry.
It was a video on Instagram, and the one guy was like, the girl was talking to her mom, like, oh yeah, I just got my degree, and she was like, I really don't know what I want to do. I was thinking about just, working here, so I figured out, and her mom was like, no, you need it, like, boom, or you're gone. Then it showed, like, he was like, oh yeah, I don't know what I want to do. And they were just like, take your time. You can stay here as long as you want. Explore, figure it out. And it was just like, that's really how it be. Like, they be like, you gonna figure this out or you gotta go. And they'd be like, damn.
And it's crazy you say that because you can have an idea in mind like me and then completely switch. I wouldn't say I've switched career paths. I've taken a different lane in my career path. And people always ask me like, oh, do you still want to be a lawyer? It's one of those things where I realize it doesn't have to happen now just because I want it to. Right. Like this has constantly been, again, when it goes to that intuition, this is something that has popped up in my mind. People have brought it up to me so many times that I'm like, I have the opportunity right now to take the chance. So I'm going to take it. If I end up switching over, who says I can't come back?
Yeah.
And
I'm 27. I can tell y'all now, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. Right. Like, when people, I'm still trying to figure out what master program I'm about to go with. Like, I'm still trying to figure it out. And who knows, I want to stay in the finance. Like, who knows?
Exactly.
Like, I'm really trying to figure it out.
You can switch it up at any age, too. Like, it really doesn't matter. Yes. But I don't know. I feel like your 20s hit harder because there is an overall like expectation of have it now, get it now. So and then just to show off, like, man, please, sis.
But please. I think in terms of showing off, I think I care more about pleasing myself in that aspect than doing it because I want other people to see what I got. Like I like luxury things for myself. Like.
I kind of wish, like, in our 20s that people, again, it's social media, though, wasn't trying to make everything seem like it's a contest or who's further than who. Like, I kind of wish that wasn't the case, but social media kind of makes that, like, I really think that people think that they have to have it all together because of what they see on social media. But to that point, I just got minked a little bit.
I think I got minked 3 times before you got minked, so you're good.
But no, to that point, it's just like, because I feel like I've had this discussion with plenty of people, because people let me tell you, I lived in Pennsylvania in 2 different apartments. I lived in Maryland in 1 apartment, and this is my 4th apartment. So people look at me, they like, well, why don't you just buy a house? And I'm like, listen, motherfuckers.
The interest rate right now is...
First of all, who wants to buy a house right now?
But to me, I'm like, first of all, I watched too many Lifetime movies, so I'm scary. But second of all, it's more to it than just the mortgage. And I wish people would stop making it seem like it's just the mortgage. Like, now y'all telling me that if something go wrong with my house, I gotta pay for it. Now y'all telling me I gotta mow my own lawn.
Right, me ain't gonna be out there cutting my grass because I won't be doing it.
Now y'all telling me if it's snow, I gotta pull my own car out. Now y'all telling me, like, every little thing. Like,
and the mortgage doesn't just come once. It comes every month. If
the pipe bursts, I gotta figure it out. Right. If my refrigerator breaks, I gotta buy a new refrigerator. Like, it's all those things that play a part in why I don't have a house yet. And also, I feel like some part of me just want a house when it's not just me. That's just me. I don't live alone like that.
I think I feel what you're saying because that's a question my father always asked me, like, oh, why don't you look into getting, a townhome or something like that? I want my own space, which is why, I'm trying to get an apartment, but it's like I don't want that much space because I'm telling you,
exactly.
I know what to do if my toilet clogs, but do I want to do it?
Yeah,
no,
But again, you're paying for all that
and
space.
It's like more furniture I gotta buy, more of this. And
No,
it's
for
just
real.
Like, it's just me.
Yeah,
and I feel like I shouldn't have to be forced to get a house.
Yeah, and I just feel like people just need to be okay with the situation that they're currently in. Like if it's
you can't make me feel bad about anything.
Exactly. You paying more than I pay for mortgage. Okay? And you gotta cut your own grass.
Exactly. And I'm just like, I'm still living with my grandmother, and I'm like, I could give two fucks because first of all, I have responsibilities financially, yes, but that type of financial responsibility, I'm not mad at having right now because I'm stacking my bread.
In this economy?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it is not worth.
God bless you all having children.
And that's why I say I regret, like, having, like, to jump out like that. And
so, I mean, just be okay with it. Like, your process is your process.
Yeah, but
you're going to get the house.
This conversation definitely just made me a lesson that I learned in my 20s. Another one is the people that you start with are not the people that you're going to end with. Some people might have secret animosity. Some people, I've had a friend sit there and try to make me feel bad about living in my parents' home. And this is what I say about everybody that's with you won't follow you, because there's no way that you was a real friend of me that you don't know that I already work in my career. But you try to use that as a dig to put me down. Or you try to use me living with my parents to put me down. For what? Why do you even have friends if you think like that? Yeah. Because there's always going to be somebody who doesn't have what you have. Who's to say they want it? Right. Now, I'm not one of those people that want to live with my parents forever, but there are some people who do.
Right, and that's the difference. Right there. Like, I'm not like leeching off of my folks living with my parents right now, but for, I don't know, that's wild shit for a friend to sit there and call you out on something like that, like they were flexing. It's not a flex.
Yeah.
It's not a flex.
But to your point when you said like friend, I agree with that 100%. I feel like you may just outgrow them. Or maybe it's not even that you outgrow. It could just be that your life is going two different paths. And maybe that's just, maybe they still party. You don't want to party. Like, you know.
Yeah, I feel it.
You know, it could be a different thing. Maybe they have kids and a man. And maybe y'all just can't really
link up all the time.
Like, really, not agree, like, find things in common, because maybe what she finds, like, everything she does is like, well, you always with your man or your kid. Like, so I get it. But I think for me, it's really, I feel like a lot of things in our 20s with friendships and stuff could be resolved if people just communicate.
I know, and that's what I was about to say. I think a lot of I probably could have saved a friendship with better communication.
Let's even talk about the person who said that to you. Hypothetically, even though that's dead wrong to say, but even if she said it a different way, like maybe if you said it in a way of like you're trying to figure out like what I want to do next.
Right.
Like, so Sydney, what's next for you?
Right.
Rather than
or I know or I know
you
you got this going for you. Yeah. Why? What is your reasoning for still being at home?
Communicating and how it comes out plays a big part. Now, if you was questioning why I'm living at home, you could have easily said, "Hey, so what's your next steps? What are you planning on doing? You gonna look for a house, apartment?"
I think,
but words like that come from out of spite.
Yeah,
from
secret animosity versus you're coming from a place of love and community and wanting to lift people up. A lot of people don't want to see people on, higher than them, and it's like, if you my friend, I'm gonna be happy for you regardless. Like, that's your time. My time might be next year or the year after that.
You definitely have to watch the company you keep. That's another lesson that I've learned. Like, quality. Quality. I'm gonna run it back so y'all heard what I said. Quality over quantity.
For sure.
Unfortunately, like, it's people that I have known for years that, one, are still my very closest friends, or two, not my closest friends, or people that, like, you just think that you would never do you crazy, and they do it anyway. Friendship, relationship, whatever the hell, it's mind-boggling, and that's another thing that, like, I guess it happens through all ages of life. I don't know. I feel like in your 20s when everybody is so caught up in these stigmas and things of that nature, it's easier for them to throw shit in your face or I don't know. It's just one of those eras I feel like we get lost in.
I think also a lot of times that people fail to realize that we're growing. So
what was important to me back then is not important now.
And if you feel like maybe our friendship needs to change or it's changing, it still go back to communicating.
Right.
I feel like my best friend and I, we've had times where we've been consistent. We've also had times we may have not talked that much. But I feel like we both understand that she has a kid. And things may not be the same. Like, we can't hang out as much. But we have that understanding. Like, okay, cool.
Or like, I was telling Mia once, I was like, in terms of my friendships, I kind of approached them to where I try to be as vulnerable as I would want y'all, at least so that I know that y'all are, as comfortable coming to me about something as I am with you. Because, Mia had posted something on her Instagram as the new year was approaching. And I told her, I was like, I knew you were going through things, but as your best friend, I didn't know it was that deep because it wasn't being communicated. And, it's not one of those things where you even force it out of your friends, but I think, you try to leave room for the conversation to always be as open as possible so that they can approach you and feel comfortable in due time approaching you, with
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it baggage, but
I just think we also got to be okay with, like, to your point, that some friends that just don't make it past it, and that's just okay. Like, it's like, you try, and it's like, I think we tried. Like, and it's just like...
Oh, okay, so just being okay with, like, maybe this friendship is not supposed to go past
I feel
point
like...
in my life.
I would say, I feel like I fight for relationships, not gonna to be completely honest, depending on the people. I have some friends that we weren't as close, so when we fell over, it was just like, okay. Then I had some friends that was like my sisters. So yes, I fought a little harder. But at some point, it's like you got like.
But is that back to the being able to have tough conversations thing? Do you just feel like the friendships that you didn't save, maybe the other person couldn't, didn't have the bandwidth to like meet you where you are?
I do think that. I absolutely think that.
Okay, I have another question. You know me. Sorry. But in terms of... Yeah. What you said about, certain things not being important anymore. As we approach like these last few years, do you feel like what you wanted then versus now is like shifting, like, or what you find important is shifting? No, in life overall.
Yes, I feel like the things that I used to find like so important, I don't care about no more. Like, if we talking friendships, like I used to be like, if you don't come to my stuff.
Sierra was definitely.
Why you not at my birthday? But today I realized.
You ain't got a gift?
Today I realized everybody don't make the same money as you. Everybody don't got it like you. Everybody don't have the time like you. Somebody might got something else to do. Like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. So, like, that's not as important to me, anymore. Maybe they're, like, with guys. Whew. What I'm about to say is going to kill me.
That was a heavy.
But,
right.
Back then, if you approached me even looking a bit like you couldn't dress, it was like, no. Today, I'm like...
She'd be like, I could teach him. I could tell him to put this on.
Like, okay, well, he on his little grown man shit. Okay, cool. I just got to throw a little... But, back then, I'm like, hell no. But today, I'm like, girl, you cannot not talk to somebody because of how he dressed.
So, is it still one of those things, like, would you talk to somebody that you date, that you dress better than?
Yes, because
I feel like
I feel like I put that shit on, so I know my
Yeah.
But also, I just feel like, cause not to put him out there, but one of my exes, if he's watching this, he's probably gonna hate me.
You'll be alright.
But I feel like he used to be a bad one, like when we dated. But during Christmas and birthdays, I bought everything, and I feel like he started buying the same shit. So
you got him accustomed to it.
I put you on.
And to this day, I feel like you got a little swag because of me. If you watching, you got a little swag because of me.
I'm crying.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Let's just start low. Like, as far as being outside and shit, I could care less about that. And I feel like I used to be outside, boy, like outside. And it was kind of like all that I wanted to do. I just wanted to have fun and go out, party, drink, and none of that matters anymore. Mm-hmm. Like I have other shit to focus on. My mental is like, it's mature.
That one.
Okay.
Okay. It's different. Like I just look at things differently. It's like going back to like this shift in your life that you make in your 20s. Like things aren't gonna matter that mattered back when you were 21 anymore. Like and for some people they still do. It is not okay, and I pray for you.
But like the commercials, like
right. Please donate money as well.
I was just about to say 25 cents in the jar. Anyway, but yeah, shift the focus as far as dating. First of all, I have come into my
Hey, Mia, you surprised us all. You were the last person that I thought would, and honestly, like,
the world.
Yeah, you're the last person that I thought would be messing with
a woman.
A woman. Yeah. Wow. And I feel like at this point you might marry one, but I'm just.
I might, but
you know, I don't see Mia marrying a woman.
That's what everybody says.
You don't?
That's what everybody says. We don't have to make this about me.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah. Like, we can talk about that on another episode, but
that was something like when I was in my 20s, what the fuck ever, not even in my 20s, before that, like I would like look at women. But that was just like, I didn't know. Like, I was young. And then high school.
I got another question for you.
God. Like, in high school, I would look, but I wouldn't really say anything. But, I don't know. It was always
used to have
there.
thoughts.
Oh, you been.
Been having thoughts?
That's what I'm trying to tell people. Like,
oh, wow.
Wow. You think you know people, but
I never told anybody. I was like, I felt like that was something I was just nervous about. And I don't want to say I came out. Please don't put that out into the universe.
I am shook.
I thought that you just met blank and was like, oh my God, I think I like women. No. Like that's what I thought.
That's what you thought? I didn't think that.
Yeah,
but.
Why are they talking about me too?
Honestly, the show your mom told us about, that's exactly what happened to the girl. She literally met one girl and was like, I think I like girls. Like she fell for the girl so hard that she was like, I like girls.
No.
That's what I thought happened with you.
No. It just so happened that timing, like the Lord has sent me someone.
Wow.
And yeah,
well, I would expect you know, because that's your best friend, so I would expect you know a little.
No, I didn't tell like not a soul. Danielle was like, oh, I knew.
I mean, like I wasn't.
You ain't know.
I wasn't surprised when she started dating.
Blank.
Yeah, because I mean, I had knew some things.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
I just wasn't
like
surprised.
Yes, I don't even know what the original question was, but that's
important
shifted,
to you then versus now.
Yeah. As far as like relationships goes, I just want someone that's.
Girl, we was not talking about.
We were just talking about.
You talking?
This girl about to tell y'all.
After she already talked about relationships, that's
I'm about to say the wine is hitting her because she definitely about to give y'all full profile so y'all can slide in her DMs.
Hit my phone. No, I'm joking. Don't hit my phone. I don't like to talk to people. Anyway.
So, Sydney, can you tell me what you think?
Yeah, I was about to say.
I actually have another question really quick.
What I think is important to
it.
me then versus now. I mean, honestly, what's important to me then versus now, what's important to me more is me.
I love that for you, for all of us, because that was what I wanted to say. But I
think I've poured into others too much, and I've seen what can happen when I pour into me. I mean, like, what's today's? Yeah, I know what day it is. I just had therapy the other day, and my therapist was like, "Whoa, Sydney, you have all this. Like, this has happened in a month since the last time I talked to you." And I'm like, "Oh wow, yeah, it has." Just wait and see, like, ooh, because we gonna be on the Essence stage or something one day, like, just wait, like, come on. So it's kind of like the way I speak over. She over there, she's drunk because she always does that when she's drunk. She's tipsy.
I'm tipsy.
But it's like the way that I've poured into others and the life that I've speaking over others, it's more important to me now to speaking into myself. And I'm telling y'all right here, right now, you can call me selfish if you want. But me choosing to be selfish after 25 years 26 because I'm turning 27. No,
First of all, it was never 25. It was always 26.
I'm in denial. But yeah,
Delusional.
it's something going on up there with you if you're calling me selfish for finally choosing to put myself first. So
Big purr.
And that's on period.
Okay, can I ask one quick question really quick before we get back into this wine?
Yes.
Really quick. Since we're talking about 20-something, I feel like one of the biggest topics about 20-something. Girl, I ain't going that deep.
No, she's scaring me. I'm waiting because she's scaring me. I'm actually sweating.
It's nothing scary. It's just I feel like as soon as people talk about 20s, they always talk about kids. And they talk about like having kids after your 20s, quote unquote, in your 30s, 40s. Mm-hmm. So, do y'all think that a lot of people have kids in their 20s because they're like scared of that reality of having kids past their 20s?
I personally think that people is having kids because they forgot what a condom is.
Okay. That's true. But that's true. But what I'm saying is I feel like I feel like it's putting out here that having kids in your 30s is like so risky and so this and that.
I think for women,
that's why women are like,
I think for women, yeah, I think it's funny that you asked this because I was sitting at home the other day and I just randomly I feel like that pressure got to me a little bit. I started thinking about like, damn, like, cause I want to try the whole natural birth type thing. So I'm like, damn, I'm getting older. I don't know who my man is. Like.
No, for real though. That's the whole thought.
So it's just one of those things where in my job, y'all know what I do. My job makes me really realize, like, y'all, vet the person that you are sleeping with because there's a chance that you might have a baby with this person if y'all are,
sexing.
Know who you are dealing with because trust me, I see it every day. You do. Yeah. So I don't I forgot the question because this shit is just so.
No, I was just saying I feel like so much people are like.
Oh, the pressure of having kids. I don't think the pressure is getting to me.
People act when people say are you gonna have kids after 30? You're gonna be older. It's so risky. And
my sister had a baby at either 30 or 31, and I feel like she was maybe more prepared for it because she watched, a lot of her friends have kids, and my sister is really. I'd be like, oh my God, Courtney, you have a baby. I can't believe it. We thought my sister was going to be the last person to have a baby, but she did.
She had her baby in 30.
Yeah, and it's
I think
I'm not pressured at all.
I feel like it's just a stereotype. People try to scare you into thinking if you have a baby, but it's hella women. If you think about it, anybody that's my age and who have parents that's older, they had their kids probably almost in their 30s.
My mother had me at I think 30.
Yeah,
something.
So it's very common, but yet it's put on us you do it, it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
You might not. You gotta worry about if everything gonna be okay with your kid. And I do think you do. Yes, you're getting older, so you do have to take a different care of your body versus somebody who's 21 having a kid. Absolutely. But I think I don't like how it's just frowned upon. They can't really be 30. I'll have a kid in my 40s next.
I saw a TikTok reel, whatever, of a lady talking about she just had her baby and she was 35, and that's midway to your 40s. And she was talking about how she's wiser financially, mentally, and physically, not to frown upon.
Your timeline is your timeline.
Yeah, that's pretty much what she was saying. They're not frowning upon the young moms, but she was just getting at it's no rush to have your babies in your 20s. It is okay. You're still physically able to have a child in your 30s.
I don't judge anybody who had a kid young. I love all my god kids, but let me tell y'all, I love not having to find a baby.
Yeah. Y'all have fun with that. Grabbing my purse and I'm going.
I love all my babies, but I love not having to find a baby.
Yeah. It's a responsibility.
Right.
You are no longer, you're not supposed to really be out there.
Even when I watch my niece, I'm like, ooh, child, this is not my child, thank God. Because after a while, I'll be like, woo.
Yeah. And I think I said this before on Instagram before, but this is my last little takeaway. I feel like a lot of the habits that we create in our 20s, a lot of the vices that we choose to indulge in our 20s, a lot of the content that we take in every day in our 20s will show you the trajectory of your life. So be careful. Like, too much of anything is bad.
It's toxic.
You know, you really have to have that balance because
anything.
Yeah.
When I say I mean anything.
Yeah. Some stuff you need to realize you need breaks from. Like,
yeah.
you have to have breaks from certain things.
Be careful with a lot, just I think that's my last little takeaway. A lot of the vices, a lot of the habits, the foundations that you create in your 20s will fuel you into your 30s, and it's going to show when we're in our 30s. We either, you either have been doing the wrong thing the entire time or the right. And if you started off doing the wrong thing, it does not mean that you can't figure it out along the way. I mean, we're only 20. Most of us hope to live long, fruitful lives. This will be 10%, like just a microcosm of what we have going on in the future. And I just think that, just be careful with what you do.
Well, these been my last 2 years.
2? Ooh!
I have 2 more years in my 20s.
Need a fan.
29. I got 2 more years left in my 20s.
Oh my God.
And for me, I think my biggest takeaway is for these next 2 years is prepare yourself for, the next couple years that's coming. But Sierra, enjoy yourself. Mm-hmm. Like, that's my biggest thing. Prepare yourself, but enjoy yourself, girl.
50 cents.
Enjoy yourself. I mean, prepare yourself, but enjoy yourself. That's my biggest thing. Like, you can do both. You can prepare yourself for your future, but your youth do not have to stop. That's my biggest
live.
Mm-hmm. I think mine would be focus on you. Your process is your process. Do not have too much. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Love. It's making me. But no, for real. Don't put too much pressure on you.
Cheers.
Y'all are wild as shit. Because I was definitely talking.
Sorry.
Were you?
No, you're getting minked, love.
I am, but can y'all let me talk?
Yes, go ahead.
I'm done. Anyway, come on.
So, which wine did I like the best? The rosé.
I loved
the rosé.
The rosé was just nice and smooth. It was giving me notes of like strawberry and citrus.
I didn't taste any strawberry.
It's not dry. It's not bitter. If I'm comparing it like
I just like it because it's very light.
It's light.
It's very light, and then
the white Pinot, it was like the initial taste. As soon as it hits your mouth, it's like strong, bitter, dry.
I just didn't like how
it tastes good, but it's
smelled.
just dry.
Like I didn't even like how it smelled. Like when we first smelled it in that, I didn't smell how it smelled in this. Like it just smelled feety.
Mia, there's a better term than feety.
Feety, it smelled like feet.
No.
I'm saying feety.
Well, if you would like to know the name of the rosé, it is Samuel Robert Winery. And we're going to post a picture on our Instagram.
Yes.
So. But
if you're in the DMV area, go to Total Wine.
This one is the one, though.
Yes.
I like this one.
That's a nice little date night wine.
Yeah, I like
this one. This one's like
a pregame wine.
Yeah. I realized like this one is nice because it's not bitter. It's not too bitter. It's not too sweet. And normally men don't like wines because they be too sweet and no juice. But I think this is a happy medium.
Yes. Ooh, perfect date night wine.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Sorry, I kept saying yes.
If we're okay, on a scale from 1 to 10, what are you rating each wine?
Okay, you go first, Sydney.
I will give the rosé a 10 out of 10.
Damn.
It was smooth. It was slight. It wasn't
I wish we remember
savory, but it wasn't sweet. It was like that perfect balance. It gave me like fruity, slightly strawberry. I feel like a lot of rosés taste like grapefruit. It didn't taste like grapefruit to me. That's what the Pinot Noir tasted like actually, and it was. Have you ever ate a grapefruit? Because that's my face when I eat a grapefruit. So yeah, that's my. I give that a 10 out of. I give the rosé a 10 out of 10 and the white a 5 out of 10.
I actually need to taste it.
I think the white would have been better if I ate it with some food.
Yeah, I would have eaten that. I would have eaten that with some pasta.
The white, drinking that. So what do you think about? What's your little?
Okay, what's your rating?
Okay, this one I'm gonna give.
This one what?
Sorry, ma'am. The rosé. Oh, she don't like that one. I'm gonna give the rosé 8.5 out of 10. It wasn't nasty, but it wasn't my favorite.
And the other.
I'm gonna give this one. I think I'm gonna go with Sydney. It's a 5. It wasn't good, like at all.
This one, I'm gonna give a 9. I actually surprised, and I don't like dry wine, so that's
think
very
it's the best
shocking that
rosé.
I'm giving it a 9.
It's smooth.
I
It's
like
so
it.
smooth.
Yeah. That one, maybe a 5. And it's weird because when I first tasted it, it wasn't bad. But now that, maybe because I'm drinking it with the rosé, but now after drinking it, it's like the taste gets worse.
Yeah, I think it didn't hit. The initial taste wasn't as harsh when we tried it first, and then after we had the rosé, which was smooth. Yeah. So
probably just, that one was. It wasn't horrible, but
I think it was just bone dry.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if y'all saw me, but I was like, ooh. Went straight to the back of my chest, like tequila or something. Like, come on now.
Oh, gosh. The wines is clearly minking us, so.
Thank you guys for watching.
Y'all, we are so excited to be back for season 2. Y'all not ready. Everybody think they're going to be a guest. They're going to be disappointed.
That part.
But this season, y'all have no idea. We have so much.
Yeah. And we thank y'all for sticking with us because people have definitely been like, where y'all going?
I know, but we back.
There have been threats.
What the fuck? On that note,
Baby needs some food. Baby needs
note,
some food.
If you
Hold on, why is she laughing so much?
Because I said, baby needs some food. You do.
Anyway.
You really do.
But anyway, if you're not following us, make sure you're following. That's on Instagram at Pass the Wine, please. That's Pass the Wine, PLS.
Please.
And we out.
Bye.
Like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff.